Hello, this is Alexis Carabinas for the Module 11 teaching lesson plan, and today I am with my 5th grade students teaching about my monochromatic painting or drawing for this class. So class, apologies for my voice. I'm a little bit under the weather. I hope you understand that. Today I'm going to be talking to you about the little assignments we're going to do in between our big assignment of making a monochromatic painting. Now, does anyone know what monochromatic means? It's okay if you don't. Okay, monochromatic is where you add either a black or white to a hue of a color to make one image. So instead of having all of the colors of the rainbow inside of this image, it would be light blue, actual blue, and dark blue, or whatever color you choose. So first I'm going to talk to you guys about different kinds of textural lines in case any of you wanted to choose colored pencils. Who wants to do colored pencils over paint? Why?
Paint is too messy.
Painting is very messy, especially because we're using acrylic paint. And acrylic paint, if you add water to it, can change the color entirely, or it dries very quickly, so if you want to change something, you can't really do anything about it. But because it dries so quickly, you can just put more acrylic paint over it and no worries. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you guys about is gestural lines, especially for you who is going to do colored pencils. There are specific kind of lines you can use to create shadow or tension or drama in the background of a painting. So that's cross-hatching, and cross-hatching is parallel lines that go across each other to make that textural element. You can also do parallel lines, which is similar to cross-hatching, just not going across from each other. Parallels, it can either be vertical, diagonal, horizontal, any way you choose. You can also think about vertical horizontal lines, simple up and down, or curved lines for depending on the shape. So if I were to show you my hand, are there straight parallel lines here?
Yeah.
Yes, there are. Are there diagonal lines here?
Yeah.
So all these lines are, sometimes you never even think about lines. On every one of our t-shirts, we have lines, except you. You maybe have a horizontal line that goes across your sweater, but you have a circular shape. You have letters that go up and down. That kind of thing. We don't really think about lines until we start talking about them. The next thing we need to talk about for this assignment is color. And color really needs to be taught about gradients. Now there are 3 primary colors, red, blue, and yellow. And sometimes you can make interesting colors with gradients. So I took red and blue and I made a mixture color right here to give a soft gradient. Now the blue over here got a little messy, just like Riley says, but it's okay because I can go right on top of that with more acrylic paint and clean it up. So does everyone see why that's a gradient? Yes, we do. So, next thing I'm going to talk about is an artist named Kandinsky. And Kandinsky is an artist who uses both lines and color in his work in a very simple yet dramatic way. Simple yet dramatic kind of seems confusing, but it's okay. So he would do random lines, at least to us they look random, but they actually had a purpose. So he has a piece that he connects music and art with, and he uses what we call in today's societies hashtags, but that are actual sharps connecting to music and to art. Or he would make lines that go really, really thick to really, really thin to make crescendo lines. So that's why his work really commits to that segment. Does everyone kind of understand that? So can we do monochromatic paintings or drawings with any subject we want? Yes, we can. You could do something, you can look at your shoe, you can think of something that comes from your imagination. It does not matter, it is up to you. So now we're going to be playing a game called Kahoot, and it actually helps you study because in between our lessons we will be giving a quiz. It's okay, we get extra credit points for every answer that you answer correctly, and it'll be added to your paint at the end of it, okay? Is everyone signed into their Kahoots? Great. I have the Kahoot playing right over here. Are we ready? Okay, start. Are these parallel lines? Which ones are primary colors? Which ones are primary colors? Is it red, blue, yellow, all the above? Great job, class. Next. Oh, actually we did all the answers. Cool. I think some people answered some questions wrong, but it's okay. It's a learning curve, and we will go back over that lesson. So is anyone confused about anything? Does everyone say that all of those are correct? Yeah. So that's probably a technical error on your teacher's part, and that's okay. So does anyone know why we would use Kahoot to study?
Like, it refreshes our brain and like it can make us think more quickly.
Yeah. So if I were to give out a really thick test of everything I talked about, would you guys be eager to do that? Probably not. You kind of be like, I don't want to do this worksheet. I don't want to sit here and waste my time. But interactive technologies like Kahoot kind of get your headspace out of, oh, I'm doing this school thing. I'm actually playing a game with my friends. Ooh, I got the top score. Lamatos got the top score. Congratulations. Which Kahoot can let you choose your own name and your own title whenever you want to be called. You don't necessarily have to go by your first name, but you can go by whatever you want. That kind of gives an imagination to the studying aspect. So did you guys feel like you were studying while you were doing this test or this activity? No. And could we do more in-depth questions? Yeah. Did you guys know you can create your own Kahoots? Turns out you can. So when you're at home, and I like to use note cards to study my material because that somehow goes through my brain. But I know some people, because we are a millennial age, we like to be on technology as much as possible. And if that is the next step to make teachers and students communicate better, that's kind of my goal in this classroom. Do you guys want me to be able to communicate with you better? Cool. Instead of me having to email your parents saying, they need to study this, they need to study that, we can communicate at a whole other level. And that is time.